it really honestly is not a question of how far you can actually push yourself more than it is how far are you willing to push yourself. Who are you going to allow in your life? How many people are you actually going to trust? And I've found that almost every single person in my life that I've thought I could trust, I can't. I can't trust them. No matter what they say, I can't do it. And I've gotten to the point where I was introverted as a young man, and as I've come into age and found out what I'm good at and what I can do, I just find being introverted sometimes is the best way to figuring yourself out. The best way of getting your 100%, because you know no one else is going to give you that 100% but yourself. Loyalty means a lot, regardless of what's going on in your life. But it's up to you to make sure you find happiness for yourself. So I'm in my car, just had a few things rattling around in my head. Bit of a cold right now, under the weather, and this time of year during the winter time, when it's very cold outside, and I'm an outdoors person and you can't always get outside, you have to kind of lose yourself within yourself. And I always find myself reflecting on things I want to do throughout the year during these cold months. And one of the things that I just have made up in my mind is that running through a struggle, which is what I just, that phrase just keeps running through my mind and running through my mind. Running through the struggle of life and everything within it. You mean having a struggle with anything, if you embrace that struggle and allow that uncomfortable feeling of struggling motivate you, drive you, and inspire you, you find a little extra strength. It's almost like a second wind in life. You know, right when you think you've been hurt more than you ever can be hurt, you can embrace that hurt and use it as fuel and put it into something. And you know, exercising is one of the most therapeutic things I know I can do. And the reason why my mind just keeps going back to running through the struggle is because I just finding myself running more, walking more. And obviously I'm not walking backwards. It's always about moving forward. And moving forward, especially through a struggle, can and always will be very uncomfortable. And I like that. There are situations that pop up in my life now where I'm actually like excited that something goes wrong, because I know I'm going to find another piece of myself that wasn't there before. I didn't always used to be like this. I used to always feel like if there was an issue, there was a problem, the only way to make that problem go away is by running from it, hiding from it to begin with, not taking chances, not putting yourself out there to meet new people, not communicating right with people, purposely sabotaging your own goals so you don't have to deal with the responsibility of achieving those goals and all the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears that's going to go into whatever goal it is in your life, whatever that struggle is that's making you uncomfortable. So much easier to just sweep it under the rug, close the door, and walk away. But really all that does is just pile a bunch of fucking bones up in your closet, and eventually you're gonna have to open up that door again, and they're all gonna come falling back down on top of you. And then you gotta go and pick them all up and try to shove them back in the closet, or you can clean your fucking room and embrace the uncomfortable struggle and run through it. There's so many things that can deter you in life. People you thought you can trust, who you found that you couldn't, well, they'll derail you, make things uncomfortable for you. A job that you work very hard for, trying to move up the ladder, try to provide for your family, doesn't work out. That kicks you in, you know, right between the fucking legs if you're a guy, or slaps you in the face, or does something. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. How old you are, life is gonna take you and fuck you up. And you have to be ready to accept that, because there's no amount of hiding in the world that's going to prepare you for that. You can't hide from the shit. You can't run from it. All you're going to do is embrace it, and hopefully it'll make you stronger. And there's never something that's quick overnight. But all the people out there that doubt you, fuck them. Just be by yourself. Pick something and go 100% at it. It could be a hobby, it could be a job, it could be a family member. Just focus on one damn thing and go 100%. And if you do that, I know just in the last couple of years, that's what I've been trying to do. And really in the last few months, I've just been like, you know what? Just find something that you can control. For me, it's my working out and primarily running. Walking and running, I can control that shit. Nobody can take that away from me but me, unless I get injured. And if I get injured, then I'll find another thing to do that I can go 100% on. But no longer am I going to sit back and wait for people to be in my life in a way where it's beneficial to me when I'm giving everything I have for people that I care about, and you don't get that in return. You can't expect that, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to exclude everybody from my life who isn't a positive influence, and people I can trust, they go away. My job, if I don't trust you in my job, or I'm not getting what I feel is fair for what I'm putting in, you can't always do it. Sometimes you're going to have to stay in there longer than you would like to. But you fight each day for yourself first. And then everything else will fall into place. You have to have that hope and that desire that that's actually going to happen. But you can't rely on other people to get there. And you sure as hell can't rely on people who talk a lot about what they're going to do, but never back it up. A job that promises you that you're going to move up that ladder and it never fucking happens. There's social circles out there that will claim they're for you and they're going to be there for you, and it never happens. You got to do it for yourself, and you can't rely on anybody else. You got to get out there and go 100% for yourself first, and everything else will fall into place. Trust and believe in yourself. Do that for yourself. And the rest of it always figures itself out.